This last weekend, I had another great opportunity to practice with Sam. Now, riding with him, I learned so much, but I decided to kind of maximize that opportunity and say, hey Sam, I've always wanted to get over one of these cylinders, but I haven't quite built up the courage. Can you show me a little bit about this? And so sure enough, he showed me how to get up and on it safely on the skid plate and then roll down. And now that was fine, but I said, what about holding pressure? So he obliged and showed me that too. And then I said, what about this nice ride-up ledge, this big A-frame?
Just for perspective, it's like 6 feet.
Like in the second gear for this one, it's just a big roll up. So ideally you're gonna hit front and rear tire kind of at the same time, so that gives you kind of an idea of where you want your wheelie. So you want your wheelie big enough that you're kind of just landing into the face of this A-frame parallel with it. That's how big you want your wheelie. And you gotta get all your speed and momentum from the bottom. So you're gonna keep the power on and drive that rear tire into the base of the A-frame. And once you hit and your rear tire makes contact, that's kind of when you want to shut off. And that's when you want to unload, unweight the rear, let those knees bend, and let the rear tire come up underneath you. The whole bike's going to kind of rebound and come up on top.
So then I asked, do you have to use the clutch or can you just do it all throttle? Sure enough, here we go, demonstration, all throttle, no clutch.
All throttle, no clutch.
Yeah, front on that. Super controlled. Maybe even too slow, huh? Did you want us pause there?
Yeah. Kind of. I wanted to make sure I just got my front tire over far enough.
Yeah. Now, when you were leaning, your boots were touching the rock, but your boots are on the pegs.
Yeah.
So is that a point or no?
Depends.
Depends on how much support you get?
There's technically a rule against toe dabs. Kind of up to the checker in a way, because what is a toe dab? Is your boot just rubbing? That's not a point, right? But if you're kind of reaching your toe out there,
yeah,
is that a point?
So the bulk of the practice sections involve some sort of splatter or ride up. And here we are getting out of this creek bank. And just for perspective, here's the kicker. He's going up a 6-foot undercut creek bank.
Take it or what?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't realize how much of a precarious position that was in, that Sam was kind of stuck there. And I said, oh, do you want me to take the bike? Okay, yeah, I guess I'll help you from there. So looking at this again, he decided he just needed more speed, more pop and rotation, just really revving up the bike even harder. So here we go, another chance at it. And I want you to notice the difference here. On the first attempt, his rear tire impacts right about there. His feet are about level with the ledge. He's a little bit off balance. And then take a look, he's a little bit higher on impact here. So more rotation, getting that front end up higher and a little more speed, and he was able to make it up. So after he had practiced that particular portion of the section, now here's the full section that he had set up for himself. First that tree, zap up, and getting up this bank.
Oh, easy. Nice. Good hops.
And I pull out my phone, grab some footage from across the way. There's a little hole there between the roots, and then one more zap to finish out that section. Now the second practice area involved a ride up and then a splatter on a creek bank on the same side. So the first time he was able to just pretty much do a double blip going up there and then get turned around and drop back down into the creek. Now this drop down or step down is into these rocky area. I certainly would not want to be descending from this high above, and you'll watch as he tries to absorb the impact here. Now, one of the things that made this section so hard was that it was very technical. There just wasn't much room and all these rocks moving around, tricky to get hopped and set up into position in such a small area.
Pour it on your beard. Hydrate up, buddy.
Beard's gone.
So third gear was the trick on that one, huh?
Yeah. Worked really well. Still had to make sure I got enough rotation. So really had to pull on those bars, make sure it got back and rotated. Bike still rotate plenty. Carried the speed that I need and tracked up over the little ridge on the roots. They're a little bit more compacted too, so I'm sure that helped. Let the bike drive up there a little bit more, but
You took one on the setup, right?
Yes.
You're gonna clean that up.
Yeah.
And it was like a really lazy, it was like a slow one. You tired? I noticed you didn't flip turn into this.
Well, I did. I planned on not flip turning because last time I flip turned, I caught my rear on that rock sticking there.
A little more
so it's like I'm
control.
gonna drive past it, throw the rear in there, hop the front around. I got in there and I scooted just a hair forward, so I went to pull it back just an inch, maybe two. When I did that, I teetered a little bit. And then I was in the spot that I wanted to be in, so I didn't want to hop it out anymore. And could have fought for a little bit more, but just put my foot down.
Yeah, that's all 6 feet high. One minute. Rear tire's good. Rear's perfect. 40 seconds, 2 breaths. Right here.
Yep.
30 seconds, plenty of time.
Ooh, pop. Because I didn't let out as much early on. I didn't build up as much speed as I needed. So I got it up there, but it's just dead.
Yeah.
Hit and stop. Can't carry over the undercut there. Gotta make sure I get that speed out of it. Then I hit a little too flat on the drop off. Didn't let that rear tire hit first.
Yeah,
And it hit hard, and I was like, eek! I fell out.
it was pretty hard.
90 seconds.
We go till 90 seconds up the creek line.
Tell me when.
All right, I gotta get a position.
So this next section didn't really have a finish, so to speak, and I said, why don't you just go for a full 90 seconds? I mean, you need the conditioning anyway. So after snaking through this creek bank area down here, he's just gonna ride up the creek until a full 90 seconds has expired, and this is very fatiguing. One of the things I'm really enjoying about working with Sam is starting to develop that continuity and knowing what he needs me to tell him and when he needs me to tell it, when to push him and challenge him a little bit. Even if I can't ride the line, I can still challenge his ability to ride the line, and we're just having a lot of fun.
45. There you go. Come on. 30. Run it out.
So here's where Sam's just going to go as far as he can on this creek bank with the amount of time that he's got left. Now, I can't get footage of him all the way up in there, but you get the idea.
Fine, I'll drink some water, coach. Keep pushing the water on him is what they all said. When he's done drinking, make him drink some more. Where's the Hammer Nutrition guy? I need some salt. Hammer Man. It's hammer time. You think he's gonna watch this?
I don't know.
Give him a shout out. His products do you good, right?
Yes, Hammer Nutrition is really good. Works really well.
Oh, fiver.
That was slick.
That's it, you gotta start over. If we're doing this for time, that one doesn't count.
Look how slick it is.
You're a trials rider, figure out how to deal with the slick stuff. This is reality TV trial style, that's what this is. $45. 25. There you go, come on, don't stall it. Get up the creek. 15. Well, at least you made it to the end.
That was a good ride. Some good moments in there.
It was. I'll give you that.
Even when I was tired. Ooh. 178 beats per minute.
That's
We're
it?
rocking.
178? Holy
Yeah.
smokes. Dude, that's like max heart rate.
More sprints on the treadmill.
Yeah. Are you doing that?
I've started to do sprints. I had just been doing kind of distance.
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
Now I'm doing sprints.
Because you don't want to pull a muscle or anything. Make sure you're
Well,
doing like a
yeah.
mile warm up
up.
and just, yeah.
Stretch out a little bit.
Yeah, because sprints are definitely more intense. You putting the incline up too?
Just flat.
Because you wouldn't have to go as fast. You incline up the incline, your work performance just goes way up.
I was growing up, I played soccer.
There you go.
And I don't know, sometimes I would only ride like once a month. But I'd play soccer
Yeah.
a week and have multiple practices, fitness
Yeah.
workouts, things like that all the time. And so I'd go out and ride and practice techniques and stuff like that. But then come to the events, like I wasn't gasping for air or anything because I was physically fit.
Right.
And still I got enough practice to keep my muscles trained into where I needed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I can expand my lung capacity, I'm not over here, come down 178 beats per minute and sucking for air.
Yep.
Now this last practice section didn't really have too many huge obstacles. This first ride up is pretty significant. I'd say it was 7 feet tall. I never had a great opportunity to change the camera angle to give you a different perspective, but I wanted to be in position in case Sam needed me to catch. Now last time on this log, Sam had done a zap, but he said the log just felt hollow, like it was dead. It didn't really give any rebound. So he decided to splat it this time, and you'll see just how dead this log really is in a moment.
Busted up that log, bro.
Yeah, it was slick on the outside, but there was more traction on the inside.
That's how you make traction, huh?
So I told Sam before the end of the day I wanted a little bit more practice catching. Like if he's not going to make it up, I want to know when to grab the bike, or if he's going to make it, when that just get out of the way. So we went over to this A-frame and he just barely hung the front wheel up there, and that was almost too easy of a catch. So he said, I'll do it again and I'll really sell it this time.
I'm really going to try and sell it this time, okay?
You either make it or don't make it. I got to be able to make a decision.
Him squirreling around up top, it just made me laugh. I almost couldn't even concentrate on the catch, but that was some good experience. And then he said, well, I want you to also know how close sometimes the lines can be, such that I might get really close to you. So sure enough, I'm thinking, yeah, that was pretty close. Now, unfortunately, with this angle, you can't really see how close he is to me, and he said, let me get even closer. Don't move. Actually, you might have to move just a little bit in case that handlebar gets close to you. Woo, yeah, this was actually about 2 inches from my chest, but hey, that's what I'm gonna have to get used to, so might as well practice it now.
Yeah, that was really close.
I don't think you could have got any closer. I could have, but I would have ran
Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think about the inside look at Sam's training and all the honest conversation that we're having. If this has been helpful, let me know in the comments below.